On the news tonight, Anambra Assembly expresses commitment to making laws to enhance human safety. 6 Igbanke communities trace their route to Aguleri in Anambra State. Rollout of measles rubella vaccine receives federal government support. Kalong evacuates 20,000 people as it's set to defuse World War II bombs. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. The Anambra remember, security is everyone's business and has to have a more secure and livable Anambra State. It will join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operators for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 0800220008. ABS TV is now live on cable free-to-air Strong TV channel 68. Join us. Good evening and welcome to the evening news. My name is Uchechukwu Ebonam. Anambra State House of Assembly has passed a resolution calling on Governor Chuma Soludo to direct the commissioners for Works and Infrastructure, Housing, Managing Director, Orca Capital Territory Development Agency, and Chairman, Anambra State Fiscal Planning Board to carry out a comprehensive check and monitoring of damp-proofing in structures across the state. According to the member representing Orumba South constituency and the chairman, House Committee on Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Imanwafo, who moved the motion during plenary session, said the move is aimed at curbing the alarming spread of mycotoxins in buildings resulting from moisture, dampness, and capillary MDC issues. Emmanuel Chiwata filed in the report, taken from here.
According to the engineer Nwafo, he said that mycotoxins are products of fungi generated from MDC menace in buildings and have contributed to about 50% of structural failures in Nigeria, including Anambra State, and also causes up to 25% of diseases, including lung cancer, impacting humans, livestock, and agricultural produce.
State government should implement. That is, using Mr. Governor to direct the commissioners that are concerned in structures in the state to effect these things in their approval of drawings.
In their submissions, the majority leader of the House, Sir Ikenna Ofodeme, and member representing Agwata Constituency 2, Chief Tony Mobike, supported the motion, describing it as timely and essential for sustainable infrastructure development, noting that integrating damp-proofing standards into the state's building code would not only save lives, but also reduce long-term maintenance costs. In his remarks, the Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Somtochukwu Udeze, commended the sponsor of the motion for raising an issue that affects the state and reaffirmed the House commitment to legislation that enhances public safety and infrastructure durability.
To avoid growth of mycotoxins in structures, especially buildings. Those who support say aye. Aye. Those against say aye.
Made in Aguleri community when 6 communities in Igbanke, Edo State, traced their origin to Aguleri in Anambra East local government area. The Igbanke indigene traced their origin through the convener Unify Igbo Now, Prince Chukwuemeka Ndokako, who found them out as one of the Bia-speaking communities all over the world. And after comparing names, culture, food, and actions of the Igbanke people, concluded that they originated from Aguleri and brought them back to their roots. Ngozi Obileri has the details.
Presenting the representatives of the Igbanke people to 3 traditional rulers in Aguleri, Igwe Agulotu, Igwe Lawrence Nwofia, his Mpunando counterpart, Igwe Johnson Mbanevo, Enugu to Aguleri, Igwe Emmanuel Ejimofo, Igwe Enugu Aguleri, Eze Chukwuemeka, who took turns to pray for the Igbanke people and other stakeholders. Prince Chukwuemeka Ndukako, also known as Anyanwu Eri, noted that he is happy when he discovered that the Igbanke people are his brothers of Igbo origin.
These people traced their historic origin to Idu Kingdom. today we are here.
I'm an Igbo man. We are the Igbo ancient people. We are all, there's no Igbo national and here with different dialects. We are the same culture.
The 4 traditional rulers in Aguleri present at the event, Ezeri, Igwe Nwofia, Igwe Mbanebo, and Igwe Ejimofo, thanked God for witnessing the reunion of brothers and prayed for the progress and growth of Iwanke people and their children, and appreciated Prince Ndokaku for the good job he is doing for Ndi Igbo all over the world. From Obugade in Enugu Aguleri, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Moving on, in appreciation to God for the gift of life and committed service to the church and society, the Night of St. John International Nnewi Grand Commandery celebrated its 5-year anniversary with a grand ceremony that featured fundraising and award presentations to individuals who have shown exceptional support to the church and the community. Faith Onyemuche has the details.
The celebration commenced with a Holy Mass at St. John of the Cross Catholic Church, Ebonnewi, and Mass presided over by Monsignor Patrick Ezobata of St. Cletus Catholic Church, Utolo, who delivered a homily on behalf of the Bishop of Nnewi Diocese, Most Reverend Jonas Benson Okoye. The Mass was immediately followed with a grand reception of the night and invited dignitaries. In separate interviews with the ABS, the Grand President of the Nnewi Grand Commandery, Brigadier General Edwin Ukora, and the First Vice Grand Respected President, Noble Lady Ifi Ofodeme, among others, expressed gratitude to God for the journey so far and reflected on the milestone achieved over years. They emphasized the need for members to remain steadfast in faith and committed to their mission as soldiers of Christ, charged with protecting the church both physically and spiritually.
Anyị bụ ndị agha Chineke, ndị na-elekọta ụmụ ụka anya, ndị na-enyere ụka aka ka o wee nweta ife ọ chọrọ. Anyị agba mbọ fụ anyị make impact.
We are grateful. We are moving forward. Yes, we thank God for our families, for the spiritual director, spiritual advisors.
One of the award recipients, Sir Peter Nwosu, thanked the organization for the honor and prayed for God's continued grace upon the nights.
Thank God for God. Thank God for the church.
From Nnewi, Faith Onyemuche, ABS News.
Still to come on the news tonight. Rollout of measles rubella vaccine receives federal government support. Colony evacuates 20,000 people as it's set to diffuse World War II bombs. Stay tuned, the news returns shortly after the break.
Alright everyone, open your ears, make we talk. Shout my teeth fresh now, but you know, I beg no be so. Every other Colgate, the #1 oral care brand in the world. Zero cavities and long-lasting fresh breath. Mom, you get down to brush. Mama and Papa buy up, use up and shine your smile. No more cover mouth. Because we Colgate, that's what we are down with your smile.
Wow! It's Diocese Sunday Niger Synod 2025 holding at Ojoto. The Bishop, Diocese Sunday Niger, His Lordship, Right Reverend Dr. Owen Chidozie Nwokolo, his wife, Pharmacist Dr. Esan Nwokolo, Mama Niger, Central Planning Committee, Ojoto Anglican Committee joyfully invite you all to the first section of 33rd Synod of Diocese Sunday Niger, holding from 5th of June 2025 to 8th of June 2025 at Seminamas Anglican Church, Ojoto, with the theme Christ in you, the hope of glory. Colossians chapter 1 verse 27. Commencing with ceremonial openings from Bishop's Church, cum train a priest on 6th of June 2025. Then on 7th June 2025, launching of spiritual projects and consultations, concluding with Thanksgiving service on 8th of June 2025 at Seminary Church Ojoto at 9:30 a.m. Come, let us make it a reality. Reverend Canon Henry Nachuku, Vicar Seminary Second Church Ojoto host, Venerable Dave Udezika, Archdeacon of Oba Archdeaconry, and the Right Reverend Dr. Owen Chidozie Nwokolo, the Assistant Bishop, the Chief Host, announcers.
Welcome back to the rest of the news. The federal government has pledged robust communication and advocacy support for the upcoming nationwide measles rubella MR vaccination campaign scheduled for October 2025. This assurance was given by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, during a courtesy visit to his office by the Center for Wellbeing and Integration Nutrition Solutions, CWINS. Idris praised the team's commitment to public health and child well-being. He affirmed the ministry's readiness to champion public sensitization efforts that will ensure the campaign's success. The minister described the CWIN presentation as both emotional and enlightening. He emphasized the ministry's readiness to co-develop strategic messaging and support public education efforts nationwide. The minister also encouraged the team to engage the National Assembly for broader legislative support. And on the foreign scene, the German city of Cologne is evacuating some 20,500 people from a very large area in the city center so experts can defuse 3 unexploded bombs from World War II. The American bombs were discovered on Monday in a shipyard in the Duetz neighborhood. Residents were told they refused to leave their homes after the evacuation began. They could face expensive fines. The country's bomb disposal service plans to defuse the 20-ton bombs on Wednesday, but it wouldn't be possible to do so until all residents in the area leave for their own safety. The authorities have set up 2 drop-in centers for people who don't have anywhere to go during the evacuation period. Cologne-Bonn Airport said flights would continue as usual, but traveling to the airport by train or road may be difficult. And from the world of sports, Chelsea and Aston Villa will both receive penalties from UEFA for breaching financial rules. According to reports, the 2 Premier League teams will be fined for first-time breaches. UEFA refused to allow the Blues to declare the income they got from selling their women's team. Before we go on the news tonight, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS TV from any parts of the world by following us on Facebook at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Oka. On X, formerly Twitter, we are ABS Radio TV. On Instagram, we are ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points that made the news again. Anambra Assembly has expressed commitment to making laws that would enhance human safety. 6 Ibanke communities have traced their roots to Aguleri in Anambra State. Rollout of measles rubella vaccine has received federal government support. And finally, from the foreign scenes, we told you that Cologne has evacuated 20,000 people as a set to defuse World War II bombs. Before we go, take this special announcement. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report those criminal elements to the security operators for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 0800220008. ABS TV is now live on cable free to air. Strong TV channel 68 on Strong TV. Join us. My name is Uche Chukwu Ebanam. Thank you so much for staying with us. Good night.